What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you guys could, I would really appreciate it if you could real quick leave a like if you've been enjoying the content, therefore more people can see it. Thanks in advance. Yesterday we made a video on exactly what we would be seeing in the Avengers Endgame re-release, but since we have far more information now and since I've actually seen the footage, I wanted to do an in-depth breakdown on everything we see. Since I know in all honesty, a lot of you guys don't want to go out and spend the money to go see Avengers Endgame again, and to sit through a 3-hour movie with 6 minutes of new footage. So if you don't want to, this video is here to explain everything that we see in pretty good detail. The movie starts out with Anthony Russo, as he gives an introduction to Avengers Endgame, and this time asks people to stay after the credits, as they have something cool to show them. Following this, we get an extremely touching Stan Lee tribute. The tribute is mostly made up of old interviews with Stan Lee, and is really touching, and it really drives home just how impactful Stan Lee was for not only Marvel, but for the world at large. The deleted scene is actually the original introduction for Professor Hulk, and it actually shows that Professor Hulk has been a superhero in all the time following the Thanos snap, but that Hulk is sort of a solo act, but he's still an operating hero. We see Hulk jump into a building and rescue a group of kids. We also see that the people that are there to rescue them, as well as firefighters, paramedics, and more, are extremely comfortable with the Hulk being around, indicating that Professor Hulk has been doing this for some time, and really showing the contrast to the way people reacted to him in movies like Age of Ultron. It's all come full circle, and Professor Hulk is a bona fide superhero. Unfortunately, a lot of the Hulk CGI in this scene is unfinished, and when Mark Ruffalo actually speaks, the Hulk's lips don't move. For those of you that are fans of Die Hard though, Reginald Val Johnson actually does make an appearance in this scene, and actually repeats an original line from Die Hard. When asked why this scene was ultimately cut in the theatrical version of Avengers Endgame, the writer for Endgame had this to say: "You never know what's actually going to make it out into the world. We did have a scene illustrating more actively what Hulk has been up to in terms of being a hero," which is the scene that we all just saw, as opposed to just starting his introduction in the diner and explaining things to the audience. But the scene earlier didn't give you anything that you didn't get from just sitting in the diner eating pancakes, and it all came off more as noise than actual content and storytelling. The Endgame writer would even go on to explain that he wrote tons of scenes of Hulk working in a lab trying to splice himself and Bruce Banner together, but again that ultimately he found the diner scene to be the most effective introduction to the Hulk and this new version of him. Nonetheless though, that is the deleted scene with Hulk jumping into a burning building and saving a group of kids. And now finally, let's talk about the post-credit scene that Anthony Russo teased all the way into the introduction of Endgame. The scene involves Nick Fury and Maria Hill arriving in Mexico, and they've been hearing reports of a supernatural being, a tornado with a face to be exact, terrorizing this small city. Mysterio then arrives and tells the two spies that they don't want anything to do with this disaster, and that he's got it covered pretty much. All of a sudden, there's a bunch of noise behind Nick Fury and Maria Hill, and they turn around to reveal the Sandman, or better known as the Earth Elemental. Apparently this clip is the first ever seen in Spider-Man Far From Home, and introduces the elemental threat, Mysterio, and more. Something else I want to point out here is it sounds as if there's actually another elemental besides this Earth Elemental that we see in the trailer, and that there's actually an air elemental as well, as again it's described as a tornado with a face, which is not the elemental that appears behind Nick Fury and Maria Hill, so we'll all have to wait and see the movie. Well guys, I hope that was a little bit of a better description of what we will all be seeing in the Avengers Endgame re-release. So now that you guys know exactly what's in it, what are your thoughts? And will you guys be going to see Avengers Endgame in theaters one more time to help it beat Avatar? Or do you think that the bonus stuff that we get simply isn't worth it? Let me know what you guys think below. Again, the Infinity War Hot Toy figure giveaway also continues. We'll be announcing the next winner at 250,000 subscribers. To enter that giveaway, the rules are as follows: like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let me know in the comments down below what your favorite moment in Endgame was. Thank you guys as always so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and have a great day.